AI just outscored 100,000 humans on a creativity test. Not math, not coding, not chess, creativity. The one thing you were told machines could never touch. And it wasn't close. Researchers gave the same test to GPT-4, Claude, Llama, and 100,000 real people. Writers, artists, engineers, students, parents, people who think they're creative for a living. The AI scored higher than 90% of them. 9 out of 10 humans beaten. At the thing that supposedly makes us human. But here's the part everyone skipped. The top 10%? The AI couldn't touch them. Not even close. The best poets, the wildest storytellers, the people who make you feel something you can't name. The machine matched the average. It crushed the mediocre. And it hit a wall at exceptional. So the question isn't whether AI is creative. The question is whether you are. Think about what this actually means for a second. If you write emails for a living, you just got replaced by something that costs 2 cents per page. If you design templates, gone. If you write ads, taglines, product descriptions, listicles, social media captions, that entire tier of creative work is now cheaper than a coffee. Not worse. Not obviously worse. Statistically indistinguishable from what most humans produce. The average creative just became a cost center. But here's what happened to the top 10%. Nothing. Because creativity isn't a skill. Not at the top. It's a defect. It's the person who sees connections nobody asked them to find. Who breaks patterns instead of following them. Who makes the audience uncomfortable before they make them cry. AI is a pattern machine. The greatest pattern machine ever built. It has consumed every poem, every painting description, every screenplay ever digitized. And it uses all of that to produce the most average version of everything. That's not creativity, that's compression. The researchers found something else nobody's talking about. But when they gave AI the easy tests, word association, quit brainstorming, list generation, the machine dominated. When they gave it the hard tests, write a poem that makes a stranger feel lost, tell a story that changes how someone sees their father, the AI fell apart. Not because it couldn't produce the words, because it had nothing to say. Creativity at the highest level requires having lived, having lost, having sat in a room at 3 a.m. wondering if you made the right choice. The machine has read about 3 a.m. It's never been there. So here's the uncomfortable math. 90% of humans just learned they're replaceable. At the thing they thought made them irreplaceable. 10% just learned they're more valuable than ever. And nobody knows which group they're in. That's the cruelest part. The mediocre have always believed they were exceptional. That's what made them mediocre. They never had to prove it because no machine could challenge the claim. Now there's a benchmark. A number. A percentile, and most people won't like where they land. Every company in the world is about to run this calculation. Why pay a human $60,000 a year for 90th percentile work when the machine does it for $600 a year? You keep the 10%. The ones the AI can't match. The ones who make you feel something a prompt can't generate. Everyone else gets a subscription to the tool that replaced them. This isn't a warning about AI taking creative jobs. This is a sorting. The machine just drew a line through the entire creative workforce. Above it, essential. Below it, expensive. And the line is moving up. Every 6 months, the AI gets a little better, a little more surprising, a little closer to the wall it can't break through. The question is whether the wall is real, or whether the top 10% are just the last ones standing before the cliff. So here's what nobody will tell you. A study didn't prove that AI is creative. It proved that most humans aren't. And now there's a machine that makes that obvious. Share this if it made you think. Subscribe if you want to keep watching. I'll be here, watching the Singularity until there's nothing left to watch.